All right, well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Divine Rebel Readings. My name is Racey, and I will be doing the readings today. These readings are for water signs. All right, so we have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, the way I have the cards set up, um, each sign has four energy cards represented as Energy 1 and Energy 2. All right, so these can represent two different aspects of yourself, or one can represent you and one can represent a counterpart. Okay, and then we have, some general cards for both energies, collective energies, and an advice card. Okay, so getting right into it, Cancer. The first two cards that we have are Poet and Artist. Okay, now, energy number one, right? This is all about symbols, the third eye opening up, and using your sixth sense. While avoiding feeling like a starving artist, in your passion, because that energy would be, carrying a low vibration. This is really about embracing your divinely given gifts. You're really going to be experiencing more synchronicities, and you're going to be able to interpret more symbols in what you're doing in general from the universe, messages that you'll be getting from the universe. All right, this is energy number one. This person is probably in a healing, kind of holistic profession. This is a general read, so it might not be everybody, but this person in particular, following Cancer, it could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Cusp, or Mars if you're following your divine masculine energy, and Venus if you're following your divine feminine energy. Um, this person has gifts, right? Sixth sense gifts, and they're expanding on these things and starting to use these things, and quite possibly start, making money off of these things as we get into the second energy. Um, but it's talking about not feeling like you're in a state of lack for anything, emotionally lacking, financially lacking. All right, energy number two, the second energy that we have is Midas or Miser, and the Slave. Okay, now energy number two is all about surrendering to the divine in full trust that all is taken care of in regards to your life and your finances in particular. So this energy, you don't need to fear losing stability or remaining unstable or having to sacrifice your passion in order to get those things, in order to get stability. So, this aspect of Cancer, whether this is two different people or energy within yourself, one person is feeling, or one energy is feeling like very creative. They want to make money. They're very driven. They are probably having a really hard time doing that, right? With the Slave card, it's having to surrender to complete trust. The divine is taking care of this. Um, and so they're working and striving really hard to create what they envision for their life. This is the portrait they're painting for themselves. This is what they're communicating and leaving to the world. This person, this energy is very focused on legacy. Okay, so the dual energy, right, the collective energy for Cancer on the whole, we have Archangel Metatron and Mother Mary. Now, Archangel Metatron is a divine masculine energy, right? Divine, and Mother Mary is a divine feminine energy. So, um, Archangel Metatron represents the tree of life and sacred geometry, sacred symbols, shapes, things like that. That you're going to be seeing popping up in your everyday life. Um, you're going to start noticing the patterns to the shapes, noticing the different things that cross your path, whether it's the flower of life or the tree of life, or, a 10-pointed star, or, whatever other geometric shapes, that relate to certain aspects of energy. Um, these things are going to be helping you, right? They're bringing you aid. through all different levels of your consciousness. Whether you're consciously aware of the fact that you're looking at a shape and you catch it, it catches your eye, or if you're seeing it in the background, not even realizing it's there, it's still helping you. Your angels are helping you through sacred shapes in order for you to heal. Okay, trust your intuition, trust the divine feminine energy within you that trusts your path and purpose. um, and make sure you're connecting with your guides in general. The fact that two guides came up, Cancer, make sure that you're connecting with your divinity, right? Those that guide you in unconditional love on your path. Make sure you're connecting, and be loyal to yourself, right? Loyalty is all about consistency of being devoted to yourself, devoted to what your passion is, whatever this is, right? Whatever this underlying passion is that is driving you, make sure that you stay true to that energy, because that's where you're meant to be. Okay, that's for Cancer, right? Sun, moon, rising, cusp, and then of course Mars and Venus if you're following your divine masculine and feminine energy. So now we're going to get into Scorpio. So Scorpio, energy number 1, energy number 2, and collective energy if this is just dealing with yourself and not two different people. Okay, this could be you could be Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or cusp, or you could be tracking your Mars and Venus with your own divine masculine and feminine energies within. Okay, so energy number 1, we have the engineer and the athlete. We have the engineer and the athlete. Now, these cards, the engineer is all about mindset, right? This is all about mindset. And you could see the imagery on the cards. It's this big old bald head and a dude in a victory pose. So this is very masculine energy just with the images that are on the card, okay? So energy number 1, this is promoting being a mindset that there are solutions to problems and you can find them, and act accordingly, right? That not only are there solutions to be had to the problems that you're facing, but that you have what it takes within you to, find them, that you can find those solutions and be able to act to bring those solutions into fruition, right? To bring things to resolution. It's asking you to fully embrace the expansion of your personal willpower and your own determination of spirit to really transcend the limitations you're experiencing in the 3-day, right, in life right now. Okay? It's also kind of warning against looking to logical solutions, right? Or feeling selfish, letting your ego get in the way, or feeling invincible, or entitled to things. So, yes, like you're working really hard. Yes, you're coming up with solutions, but just because you get to, the point of the end result where you're seeing the fruition of all your hard work, just know that you're not an invincible person and you're not entitled to anything, and people do have free will, and they are all on their own individual paths and journeys. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, energy number 1 with Scorpio. Okay, so the other aspect of yourself or a person that you're dealing with, or yourself, if that was the other person you were dealing with, we have Samaritan and Vampire. Now, energy number 2, okay, with Samaritan and Vampire, this is an interesting combination because this element helps people even if they don't want to, even if they would prefer to kind of ignore the fact that somebody is in need of help, they help anyway. However, this kind of energy also needs to remember not to have any expectations with those that they are giving to stop complaining about being used, whether it was in the past or the present, or feeling codependent, that their happiness depends on other people, right? Depleting the energy of others because, you know, they need. It is, you know, just like it's not up to them to give to others, they do that of their own free will. It is up to others of their own free will if they want to give back. You know, so do it because, you know, it's out of the kindness of your heart, not because you're expecting something or feel deserving of something, like you earned something in the end because you gave, you know. That's a conditional kind of frequency. It's not an unconditional loving frequency. You know, it's like, okay, well, I can love you and I cannot be hurt, and I can give as long as I get the things I'm expecting back. You know, as long as I get the same kind of love and attention or sacrifice back. And that's conditional. So, you know, if you're going to do it, you know, and you're going to extend loving energy to somebody in any way, shape, or form, just make sure that you're doing it because you can and nothing less. You know, that you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Okay? Scorpio. Now, the energies here, the linking energies here, we have friendship and you are understood. Now, you know, if you're looking at this from a two-person perspective where it's like you and a counterpart that you're dealing with, there's no doubt that there's a friendship here, or that you're establishing, you know, a really tight bond with a particular person, or that you have established a tight bond with a particular person. You know, this person with the friendship card is there for you no matter what the end result. You know, it doesn't matter if it goes one way or the other way. You know, it's really coming to understand that the friendship here is really, really clear, and that this person understands you, or that you understand this person. You know, you are a friend to this second person, that they can count on you to really, you know, be there for them when they need that kind of support, right? That base support. Um, and it's also about developing, you know, if you're looking at this from an individual standpoint, this is about you really developing that tight bond with yourself, right? About you being able to depend on yourself, rely on yourself, support yourself, believe in yourself, encourage yourself the kind of way a friend would, right? That you do that for yourself, that you understand that you need that kind of reinforcement, and that if nobody else is giving it to you, that you can do that for yourself. Okay. Now the two cards fell out for my Power of Love deck for Scorpio, and I let it slide because, you know, this is about releasing the past and having respect for it. You know, whatever your past is, whether it's distant past or recent past, really coming to terms with the fact that the past has its place. You know, everybody does have their own path. Everybody does have their own perspective and their own journey through this healing, you know, here, you know, in this lifetime. And in order for you to continue to move forward, you know, with or without a person, it's really important for you to let go of any stagnant energies that you're holding on to that aren't serving you anymore. Um, really valuing that everybody has their place in your life, they have their place in their journey, that some people are temporary and that you are the only thing that's permanent. You know, this is your journey, and everybody is on their own individual journeys, and um, that can unfold in a lot of ways. You know, so respect whatever the divine chooses, as far as, you know, if you're in another relationship with somebody else, just respect the path forward. You know, the past is what it is, the lessons are what they are, and now you continue to make your progress and you move forward, right? With this understanding of self, that's really important. Okay, so Scorpio. Now getting into Pisces. All right, so Pisces, this is energy number 1 and energy number 2. So you could take that as, you know, two different people, or two energies within yourself, you know, your divine masculine and divine feminine attributes within yourself. This could be for your sun, moon, rising, you know, if you're a cusp, following your cusp, or if you're following your Mars or your Venus, specifically for your divine masculine or feminine energy within. Okay, so energy number one. We got advocate and God. Okay, got advocate and God. Now, this energy, right out the bat, is all about compassion. It's mentioned on both cards, and it's compassion and action. You know, this person recognizes the divine force within themselves that helps others heal. This person, this Pisces energy, is very aware that they are a healing force in this universe, in this world, you know, and it's advising you to use that, but steer away from focusing on the personal gain that you'll get through it. You know, really keep the focus on how you're serving others. Keep it on service. Make that the number one priority and focus. Okay. So this person's really in touch with their divine, and I would say that if you're a Pisces watching this, there's an aspect of yourself that is very much in tune with taking action towards your divine purpose. You know, if you haven't already, if you're not already in that mode, you know, where you're already creating. This Pisces energy, I feel like, is really tuned into their crown chakra, right? What they're doing for the collective. All right. Now, energy number two, right? Person number two, or energy number two, we got the hedonist and we got the mother. Now, this combination, this focuses 100% on embracing your own self-love. You know, your inner value. Understanding your self-worth is crucial, right? Pisces, understanding, like, if you have this potential, then understanding yourself and your self-love is crucial. Okay, your self-worth is crucial. You have to hold this belief of self that is in your highest good, right? This is warning you to avoid indulging in self-destructive behavior, right? That is smothering to other people, or if you're running away and hiding from, you know, other people, you know, one extreme or the other. That the self-destructive behavior, you know, either you're being too aggressive, or you're not nearly being aggressive enough and you're backing off. You know, so to avoid those things, really try and find that balance within, that you can nurture this beautiful life dream vision that you have for yourself, that you can be patient and know that unconditionally you're going to be taking the steps towards this. You know, this is energy number two. You know, so if this is a second person, you know, this might be someone who indulged in the past in those kinds of behaviors, or is, you know, in those kinds of behaviors right now, those self-destructive behaviors, where they're either smothering or avoiding something completely, and they're trying to find their way out of it, right? They're trying to find their self-love. They're trying to find their self-worth. So, you know, keep that in mind, because that is the energy surrounding Pisces right now. Now, the collective energy, between the energies, we have patience and shielding. Now, this person, if this is dealing with a relationship between two people, this person, this relationship, it requires patience, okay? There is internal demons at play, karmic lessons below the surface that need resolution. Scars in the subconscious, unconscious mind are or were triggered. Um, they these fears are, I feel like they're looming. I feel like there's a real heavy weight, like, you know, like the chains of fear that keep us stuck. And I feel like this person um, can get out of this. You know, they can get out of this by being spontaneous, right? That's the advice card, by being spontaneous, being unpredictable, and really taking a leap of faith. You know, moving beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embracing new situations. Like, don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid to love yourself, to put yourself out there, that as you heal and you put yourself out there, you're giving somebody else the opportunity to heal as well. Whether it's one person or multiple people. Um, don't shield yourself from the light because you're busy hiding away in your darkness. Okay, Pisces energy. Like, don't get held up in the things that keep you from moving forward, that keep you from loving yourself. Be patient with yourself, and tell yourself that you're not going to hide away from the beautiful light. You're not going to hide away from the beautiful light that wants to come out within you and that's coming towards you. This light energy, maybe from somebody else, if you're the cross watcher, this beautiful light that your cross watcher has for you. Don't shield yourself from that because you can't get over your demons, you can't get over your fears. Just deal with them one at a time, and start coming to terms with it and releasing it and letting it go. And if you need to make a decision, then come to action. If you need to make that choice, take that leap of faith and push forward in a certain direction. Really follow your intuition, with the God, the divine, and the mother card. Really be an advocate for the most beautiful life that you could live, Pisces. Be an advocate for the most beautiful life that you can live, okay? Now, if anybody would like more insight with an extended reading, you can reach out to me on Facebook at Divine Rebel Readings and ask me about my new subscriptions for Zodiac groups. I know most YouTubers use Vimeo, and they charge, about $4.99 for the extended readings. But with my subscriptions, you can get weekly extended readings for as little as $5 a month when you sign up before the new year. So, plus you get to be interactive with me, which is even better. You get to be interactive with me, so don't miss it. Until next time, guys, love each other, and most importantly, yourselves.